We are joined with our representatives today from different schools in Australia that offers a health specifically nursing programs. So you'll get a chance to listen to them, what their institutions are offering at the moment. And also, if you are looking for the perfect opportunity to boost your career in nursing and other health related sectors, you are at the right time, at the right place. Okay, so all right. Um, First off, I would like to provide you an overview about how's Australia doing right now. So, all right. So as mentioned, if we're looking for an opportunities in health courses in Australia, so we're here right now to provide you those opportunities together with our school representatives today. We are joined by 5 different institutions and with the representative, like first off is from Western Sydney University. We do have Micaela Agmata. She's here with us right now. We also have Mr. Harris Gunawan from the University of Adelaide. We have also Mr. Desmond Wong from Australia Catholic University, and then followed by Carlo Campilan from the University of Canberra, and last but not the least, Mr. Imam Ruslam from TAFE, New South Wales. All right, I think everyone's here now, so we can proceed with our webinar. So once again, to provide you an overview of Australia, there is a growing and aging population. Thus, the need for professionals and paraprofessionals, particularly nurses and aged and disability carers, will continue to grow. Apparently, healthcare and social assistance is the largest employing industry sector. In fact, around 15.3% of workers have their main job in this field. And more than half of those with a main job are employed full-time. Imagine full-time with an average earnings of $1,150 dollars a week. Yes, you've heard it right. They're earning that much. So what are the services covered in this industry? First, we do have hospitals, followed by the general and specialist medical services. Another one will be the pathology and diagnostic imaging services. Also, there is a dental and allied healthcare, ambulance services, childcare, aged and residential care. So moving on to my next slide, there is a graphical presentation. This shows that the employment by sector in healthcare and social assistant industry, which significantly
Kinausap ko
grew
na
over the 20 years. There is also projection that this will grow by 301,000 or 15.8% over 5 years. And the largest sector in the healthcare social assistance industry are the hospitals, and they're employing 27.9% of workers. And I would like to highlight the last bullet here that the largest employing occupation in the healthcare industry are the registered nurses. So if I may direct your attention to the next slide, among the largest occupations in the healthcare industry, registered nurses remains on top, and Australia is expected to require more than 40,000 additional registered nurses over the period to 2026, so which is a growth of 13.9%. Okay, so speaking about the registered nurses, now the questions: what are the different programs and study levels in Australia that will lead you to that aspiration to become the registered nurse? And that brings me to my next slide. So the different study level and programs pertaining to nursing that you can take advantage of in Australia. First is the Diploma of Nursing, Enrolled Nurse. The duration is about 2 years. We also have Bachelor of Nursing, that's 2 to 3 years duration. Bachelor of Nursing, graduate entry, and a Master of Nursing. And job expectations or outcomes after finishing these programs. So we have, you can be an aged care nurse, community health nurse, general practice nurse, health promotion officer, school nurse, critical care nurse, emergency nurse, healthcare recruiter, registered nurse. However, the entry requirement is quite tough because you need to get all English. There is an English requirement such as IELTS. So you need to get at least 7 across all bands. And you need to study in accredited bachelor and master program. Just we're very fortunate that everyone who are here right now, the representatives, the institutions, they are accredited providers. So just have to meet the registration with Nursing and Midwife Board, APRA, and surely you will be part in the employment or the workforce of right now. We have 1.6 million already. Apart from nursing, I know this is one of the most popular programs. We also, or they also offered medicine. If you are into this kind of sector, if you're being passionate about taking up medicine, there is also an offer. So for the Doctor of Medicine, this will take you 4 years to complete. There is also a Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery, about 5 to 6 years. So this will develop your research skills in clinical public health, education lab, professional practice at the clinical side. And as you can see as well on the other side of the presentation, the possible outcomes or your expected job outcomes right after you'll finish the program. So I hope I made you all excited about to listen to our respective speakers today and what the institution that they are representing has to offer. So stay tuned and connected until the end of this session, as I will now turn over the floor to our first school representative from Western Sydney University. She is a Bachelor of Nursing student and the Western Sydney University Student Ambassador, Mikaela Agmata.
Hello po, kumusta po tayong lahat? My name is Michaela Charmer Agmata, and I am the Western Sydney University Student Ambassador representing the Philippines. And I am actually a current student at Western Sydney University as a first year nursing student. So ngayon, isi-share ko po sa inyo yung experience ko at Western Sydney University. So why Western Sydney University? So first of all, our university po is considered as a young university. So that means we are a innovative university, not just in academia, but also focus din po kami sa future outcomes ng mga students kasi they are research driven. Well, basically gusto po kasi nila magkaroon ng impact ang lahat ng students na mapoproduce po nila. So they wanted to make a difference for us. We are also ranked number 1 in the world for 2 consecutive years by the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, and Western Sydney is actually included in the top 2% of the universities worldwide. And nag-rank top 50 din po kami sa young universities in the world. And nagkaroon din po kami ng 5-star rating for facilities, inclusiveness, innovation, and teaching. So across all campuses din po namin, meron po kaming about 50,000 students. So very multicultural po talaga tayo dito. And as per the scholarship, ang favorite ng lahat, ang university po namin is very generous when it comes to international scholarship na pwede po kayong ma-awardan ng up to 3,000, 5,000, or up to 50% sa total tuition fee. So upon the completion po of your degree at Western Sydney University, pwede po kayong mag-apply sa APRA. So ito po yung professional accreditation ng degree natin dito sa Australia. So after nun, pwede po tayo maging eligible to apply for that para maging RN. So ganyan lang po yung gagawin natin pag-graduate dito sa Australia. Unlike in the Philippines, kailangan po natin mag-board examination. So dito po, wala pong board. So, yun po, you will be learning from the best kasi we are Actually, number one nursing school in Australia by awarded po kami by the Center for World University Ranking and also part of the top 50 in the world by the World University Ranking. So basically, you will be graduating from a highly reputable university. So here po, Bachelor of Nursing, 3 years lang po kayo mag-aaral. Kasi sa Philippines, as you may know po, kailangan po natin mag-aral doon 4 years, tas may board pa. So dito po, 3 years lang. Ang start po ng intake for the 3 years program is March intake. Meron po sa Campbelltown, Hawkesbury, Parramatta, and Liverpool. And nandyan din po yung fee. Pero remember po na meron po tayong scholarship based on merit. So yung university po yung mag-a-assess sa inyo kung anong klaseng scholarship yung pwede nilang i-grant sa inyo. So meron po tayong dalawang klase ng program dito. Meron po yung bachelor's and meron din pong foundation program. Sa lahat po ng gusto munang mag-diploma of nursing, pwede niyo pong gawin yon, yung diploma of nursing. Then, pasok na lang po kayo sa pathway to university. Ang requirements lang naman po dyan is kailangan graduate po kayo ng K-12 or equivalent. So, second year college, pwede na po kayo makapasok ng Bachelor's of Nursing. And as per the Masters of Nursing naman po, 2 years po yon, January intake ang start. Pwede po kayong mamili sa Hawkesbury or Parramatta campus. And yung fee naman po is already indicated na din. Ang kailangan nyo lang po is Australian equivalent bachelor's degree or higher in any area within the last 10 years. So dito po sa picture na to, you'll be seeing po yung clinical rooms po namin. Yan po yung facilities na meron kami sa school. And designed po siya as like a hospital ward. So, yung nakikita niyo po sa picture na yan, yan po yung mismong classroom namin. And yung picture po sa baba is me and my classmates po during our PPE practice. Basically, meron po kaming camera sa taas kasi pwede po namin i-record lahat ng ginagawa namin para at the end of the day, alam po namin yung natutunan namin sa school. So, ayan po, meron po kami teaching room, practice room, and everything, simulation room, and control room. So, on your first year, second year, and third year po, meron po practice clinical placements in real life. So, around 800 hours in campus, off-campus po yan. Kasi ang Western Sydney University po is affiliated with hospitals and other partnership. Kaya parang nagbabayad din po kayo for the clinical reputation, for the exclusivity of partnership, and experience po ng extensive practice for an effective, to become an effective nurse. And add ko lang din po dyan na part po ng requirements yung English examination. Kailangan po talaga yan. So, kailangan po natin mag-IELTS or PTE or any English proficiency examination sa accredited po ng university. And part din po siya ng upper requirements. So, in terms naman po ng workload, kung nagtataka po kayo sa workload na meron po dito sa Australia, wala pong irrelevant subjects dito. Unlike sa Philippines na sobrang daming hindi naman po kailangan na subjects, dito po wala. In one semester, meron lang po kaming 4 na units na kailangan po namin ma-complete and then that's it na po. So you can actually juggle work and life balance here kasi everything in Australia has balance po. And in this one naman po, ito po yung mga kailangan na documents na isubmit nyo sa IDP for you to start your process with Western Sydney. So yung passport, transcript, application forms, English evidence, GTE form, SOP, lahat po yan yung kailangan nyo ipasa sa IDP. So if you have any questions with this one po, please contact your IDP for you to start your process na. So this one po is my picture together with my Filipino friends in the Filipino Society sa Western Sydney University. Pero onti pa lang po kami dyan. So I'm just going to share with you my student experience po at Western Sydney University and yung mga favorite na ginagawa ko po sa uni. So sa Western Sydney University po, meron po kaming free breakfast on campus. So every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday on morning, meron pong free breakfast. And syempre, bilang Pilipino po, mahilig po tayo sa free breakfast and all. And meron din pong free shuttle from bus station to university para hindi na po tayo mahirapan on transportation from the station to the university. Also, the student supports po na meron sila in terms of academic. Syempre, magkaiba po tayo ng curriculum, bibigyan po nila tayo ng guidance when it comes to the academic support. Also, sa lahat po ng mga na-homesick na pagdating po dito, meron din po kaming student support for mental health. And for the international events po, meron po kaming clubs to socialize. Well, very diverse naman po kasi yung cultural background, kaya magkakaroon po kayo ng global network connection. And also, i-add ko lang din po na meron pong on-the-job campuses na ino-offer ang Western Sydney University, kaya at the same time, pwede po kayong mag-aral and mag-work. So this one naman po is my platform. So if you want to know more about the student life, life in Sydney, what to do upon your arrival, how to survive uni, accommodations, and any other inquiries, please scan this QR code. Sa lahat po ng questions na meron po kayo, masasagot ko po kayo dyan sa QR na yan. Basta isend nyo lang po sa akin. So katulad nyo po, 5 months ago, I was an aspiring international student. Pero ngayon po, nandito na po ako sa Australia building my dreams with Western Sydney University. Kaya po, I really hope to see you at Western Sydney University very soon. Thank you po.
Thank you so much, Michaela. That's very interesting. So yeah, we'll see who's among the participants right now getting more questions afterwards. Okay, so moving on to our next presenter, I would like to introduce to you the manager of student recruitment in Indonesia and Philippines from the University of Adelaide, Haris Gunawan. Haris?
Here we go. So thank you again, everyone, for joining the event today. I'm just gonna talk a little bit about what Uni Adelaide and the Adelaide city itself has to offer for the international students. So Adelaide is known as one of the most livable city, not only in Australia but also in the world. So this map just show how compact our city is. So our campus is located in the city center. And for nursing students, the good news is our campus is located in one big project called Adelaide Biomed City. So we have funding from federal government to make Adelaide as a center for biomedical research purposes in the southern hemisphere of Australia. So if you see on the right side of your screen here, you can see the Adelaide Health Medical Science building, and that's where all the nursing and all the other health medical science students will study and complete their journey in Australia. Just next to our main building, we have South Australia Health Medical Research Institute, and we also next to the Royal Adelaide Hospital. Royal Adelaide Hospital is named as the third most expensive building in the world and one of the most advanced and biggest hospital now for the whole Australia. Talking about the university itself, we are part of the group of 8. So University of Adelaide is representing the best 8 universities in Australia. And a little bit fun fact about our campus, we are the third oldest university and always associated with making history. We have 5 Nobel Prize winners, which is our alumni, and also produced 115 Rhodes Scholars throughout our 148 years of history. This is our ranking. So we are ranked in the top 100 best universities in the world now, 88 based on the Times Higher, 89 based on the QS World Ranking in 2024. But talking about our nursing and other health medical science programs that will be under our Faculty of Health Medical Science, this is part of study area that we offer for international students. We have range of programs starting from allied health, nursing, medicine, up to the public health. But today we're gonna talk only for nursing, and our nursing is ranked under top 50 in the world, ranked number 46 in the world, and number 1 in South Australia. One thing that I would like to highlight about our nursing program is about the facility, because you're gonna study in a very good state of art facility. So all nursing students will study in Adelaide Health Medical Science building. It opened in 2017. It cost about 250 million cost to build this campus. It involved a lot of resources, 600 researchers and 4 floors of laboratories, including the Adelaide Nursing School. So I'm really proud to announce that we are the only one in Australia, in South Australia, who has the accreditations to have this Adelaide Health simulation. So we have limited quota for our nursing and medicine students. One of the reasons is we have a limited spaces for our athlete health simulations classes. So we only have 36 simulations room. You're gonna work with the human simulator, or if not, you're gonna work with the 60 actors performing as a real patient. So we try to simulate the real case scenario as good as we as possible. You're gonna see some of the campus tour and some video about the health simulations at the end of the presentations. So our nursing program will be very interdisciplinary because in this athlete health simulations hospital, you're not gonna study only with the nursing students, but you also will learn with the doctor of medicine programs and also the allied health students. So this is the nursing programs that we offer. We are offering undergraduate and postgraduate programs. We only have one intake in a year, which is the February intake. And as I mentioned, the quota is limited. So normally when we have reached our quota, we're gonna assess student based, we're gonna rank them based on their academic merit. So if you can get the highest score on your high school or your undergraduate qualifications, that would be a good idea. So Bachelor of Nursing, we have two programs, the 3 years and the 4 years programs. And for postgraduate, we also have the Master of Clinical Nursing and Master of Nursing Science. And these are the tuition fee for 2023 intakes. So you might question what's the differences between Master of Clinical Nursing and Master of Nursing Science. It's really simple. Master of Clinical Nursing are designed for students who don't have any experience with nursing before. So if you are coming, let's say, from a business program, but you have patients in nursing, in health, you still be able to try and make your dream into reality by going into the Master of Clinical Nursing. While for the Master of Nursing Science, this program is eligible only for a registered nurse in Australia, but it also accepts international students for the Master of Nursing Science. So just to recap, why study nursing at University of Adelaide, we have an excellent clinical placement starting from the first year of your study with the Adelaide Health Simulations classes. We also have a range of clinical placements throughout the second, third, and the fourth year of your study. And we are consistently in the top 5 nursing school for learning experience. And the Adelaide Simulations class keep the learning environment small. You're gonna learn, as I mentioned, not only with the nursing students, but also with the students from Doctor of Medicine and Allied Health. And most of our teachers are clinical lecturers. That means they are a registered nurse in Australia as well. So another great thing about studying nursing in Adelaide is, I think, is on the migrations pathway opportunity. So if you're studying bachelor or master degree and taking nursing programs, it will be under the list of programs that are eligible for the extensions of the post-study work visa. So that means if you see those table, if you study bachelor degree in Adelaide, you can have 3 up to 5 years temporary graduate visa once you completed the programs. It's the same one with the master degree. You can get the post-study work visa up from 4 years up to 6 years. So a great opportunity aside from the fact that Cloud has shared earlier on the presentation. And another great news for Bachelor of Nursing students. Now I think we're the one of the only group of 8 universities that are accepting K-12 for our direct entry, including for our Bachelor of Nursing Science. So if you are still in a high school, still in the year 12, I think it's one of the best time to study in the University of Adelaide because we start accepting K-12 qualifications for our direct entry, but you need to get additional SAT to gain entry into the direct program. Last but not least, we also have scholarships. So we have 15 and 30% scholarships, also applicable for Bachelor of Nursing and Master of Nursing Science. So just to recap my presentations, I'm just going to show you this quick video. So I hope you find the sessions informative, and I can't wait to see you all in the campus.
Nurses are irreplaceable, essential members of society, there for their patients through births, illness, recovery, and the last moments of life. They advocate, educate, mentor, and protect, caring for people and for their conditions. Now, with global staffing shortages, ageing populations, and the ongoing threat of infectious disease, skilled nurses are more important than ever. The University of Adelaide is making an impact beyond the bedside by embedding First Nations voices in healthcare, supporting public health initiatives, future-proofing the nursing workforce, and influencing policy so all Australians can age with dignity. But there's so much more to do. With a University of Adelaide nursing degree, where will you go?
The employment prospects and possibilities for nurses are amazing. The expertise and qualifications you gain here will be your ticket to all kinds of exciting opportunities.
I'm a registered nurse in the emergency department at the Royal Adelaide Hospital. It's great to know my skills are so sought after. One of the things I loved about the University of Adelaide was that the lecturers had first-hand experience. They helped me gain a deeper understanding of the field I was entering and a greater readiness.
We offer a huge range of clinical placements.
The placement opportunities are incredible.
Our teaching facilities are state-of-the-art.
Studying in Adelaide Health Simulation was incredibly lifelike, with high-tech mannequins and audio-visual equipment. Having access to those really helped move my confidence forward.
Come and learn how you can make a difference.
If I can help save lives in emergency departments, what could you do?
At the University of Adelaide, we're making history by advancing telehealth technology, addressing workforce shortages, and reimagining aged care. Now, it's your turn.
Thank you so much, Harris. Definitely the K-12 direct entry is quite interesting. So yeah, let's look into that. Okay, please allow me to share again my screen for the next presenter. Just give me a moment. Okay, so our next representative is from Australia Catholic University. He is the regional manager and international student recruitment. Please, let's welcome Mr. Desmond Wong.
Great, thank you. Hello, everyone in the audience. Thank you so much for coming along to this session. As Claude mentioned, I'm Desmond. I'm from ACU, based in the Melbourne campus. So I'm very happy to share with you some information about our nursing program. So just to share with everyone, in terms of ACU's reputation, both in Australia as well as around the world. So I guess if we look at ACU from a global perspective, in terms of rankings, ACU is ranked in the top 2% of universities around the world. We're also one of the top 10 Catholic universities in the world as well. At ACU, we are also considered one of the young universities around the world, and we're ranked at number 39 as the young university in the world. And when it comes to nursing, well, ACU is one of the most well-known Australian universities when it comes to studying nursing and to become a nurse. In terms of our subject ranking for nursing, we are ranked at number 14 in the world. We're very proud to say that for our graduates, they're highly sought after. So here in Australia, for our graduate employment outcome, for ACU, we come in within the top 7 universities here in Australia. And also for ACU, we have achieved 5 stars for our learner engagement, skills development, starting salary for undergraduate students as well. So these are just some of the highlights to show about ACU. Now, talking about campuses, a very unique feature about ACU is that we are a multi-campus university. So we've got 7 campuses located across Australia. And we also have our very own overseas campus in Rome as well. So that's the benefit of studying at ACU. You can choose where you want to go to study in Australia. We've got campuses in Sydney. So we've got 3 campuses in Sydney, 1 in Melbourne, 1 in Ballarat, 1 in Canberra, and 1 in Brisbane as well. So with all these campuses, you can see some of their images there. They're fully fledged university campuses with many facilities, lots of open space, and different characteristics for each of the universities. So something that's quite interesting for you to explore. Now, With our nursing program, we've got two main nursing courses available for international students. So the first one is the Bachelor's of Nursing program. So this is the standard 3-year nursing program for any student, who does not have a nursing background. And this 3-year Bachelor of Nursing program is offered in most of our campuses in Australia. So in Melbourne, North Sydney, Brisbane, Canberra, Blacktown, as well as in Ballarat. Generally speaking, nursing only has a February intake for all the campuses. But if you are looking at our Blacktown campus in Sydney, we do have a July intake for that program as well. When it comes to tuition fees, our tuition fees are very, very affordable. So for the 2024 annual tuition fee, it's around $31,632 per year. Now, keep in mind, if you are wanting to study nursing, there is a requirement where you must achieve an IELTS of 7, minimum 7 in each band before you commence the program. So keep that in mind as well if you are thinking about nursing. That's a requirement for all universities pretty much if you want to study nursing here in Australia. If you do have already nursing qualification from the Philippines, you've got nursing registration and you've got work experience, you could get some credits as well. So up to 4 units of credit. So yes, so that will be recognized as well if you are thinking about studying our nursing program. Now, the second option there on the table is we have a Bachelor's of Nursing Enrolled Nurses program. Now, this is just a 2-year nursing program because you would need to have already completed a Diploma of Nursing Enrolled Nursing program here in Australia. So you can do that program either at a TAFE institution or through a registered private provider. If you have that qualification, and then after that, you get your enrolled nurse registration here in Australia, this would be the program for you. So this is just a 2-year course and you get 1 year credit from your Diploma of Nursing course that you will have completed here in Australia. So again, it's offered across most of our campuses for this program, but only a February intake, and the tuition fee is the same at just over $31,000 per year. Okay, so just to talk a little bit about our nursing placement information. So during the 3 years that you'll be studying our nursing program, our students complete minimum 800 hours of nursing clinical placements, which we will arrange all those for you. So we work with a very vast network of hospitals, both public and private hospitals here in Australia, located in the cities or towns where we run our nursing program. So you can see I've listed just some of the industry partners or hospitals that we work with. These are all very big and extensive healthcare networks with hospitals. So as I mentioned, our faculty of health sciences have our very own placement services. They will take care of arranging the placements for you. And also the benefit is that we try to allocate our students to the placements where it is closest to where they are residing as well. So it makes the travel a little bit easier for you to get to the placements. And we do not allocate students to any regional placements unless you happen to be studying in a regional campus such as Ballarat, which is in regional Victoria, as an example. Okay, so when it comes to the placements, these are some of the areas that will be covered during the course of your studies. So keep in mind, the placements that you do or you undertake during the studies, they're not all the same. So the main areas that we cover in our placements include aged care, community nursing, high dependency nursing, medical and surgical nursing, mental health, pediatrics, palliative care, and perioperative nursing. So you get to experience all the different areas or the functions of the nursing department within the hospital setting. Now, when you do graduate with your nursing qualification, if you do want to gain your registered nurse registration with APRA, which is the registering body here in Australia, just keep in mind that you will need to, as an international student, you will need to go and achieve an IELTS of 7, minimum 7 in each band again. So when you have this IELTS score, along with your nursing qualification, you're able to go and apply for your registered nurse registration. And I think something that's useful for everyone to know, here in Australia, in 2023, if you're a graduate nurse, the average salary is about $80,000 per year. So that is a pretty good starting salary as a graduate. So keep that in mind. And finally, scholarships. So for international students, the main one that we have is the ACU International Student Scholarship. So this one covers 50% of your tuition fees, but it is a merit-based scholarship. So if you want to apply for this scholarship, you have to meet certain eligibility requirements. And if you meet those eligibility requirements, you do need to go ahead, put in an application, and it will go through a selection process. So in general, what you need to have in order to be able to apply for the scholarship is that you need to demonstrate that you have a current GPA, so your current grade point average is at least 80% or above. Or if you have already finished your studies, based on your previous study, you must have a grade point average of at least 80% or above and achieved within 2 years of commencing your studies at ACU. So if you do have these scores, what you need to do is apply through IDP for our nursing program, get an offer letter, even if it's a conditional offer letter, but you must have an offer letter. And then if you are going for the February intake, so for example, February 2024 intake, application for this scholarship will open in September. So you go online and you lodge an application for the scholarship. If you happen to be aiming for the July intake for nursing in Blacktown campus, then you would need to apply for this scholarship in April. Okay, so keep those dates in mind. And I think that's my last slide. So hopefully I made it in the 10 minutes.
Yes, thank you so much, Desmond.
No
We will keep in
worries.
mind the opening of intakes and of course the scholarships. So this is very inviting as well. So thank you so much, Desmond, for the presentation. So before I will introduce the next presenter, I would like to remind our students to please check your chat box and reply to our appointment representatives. So if you wanted to have your own counselor, and if you want to book an appointment in advance to kickstart your study journey. Okay, thank you so much. So our next presenter is from the University of Canberra. He is an international student recruitment coordinator for Southeast Asia. So let's welcome Mr. Carlo Campilan.
Hi, Claude.
Carlo.
Thank you so much.
Hi, Carlo.
Sorry. Am I able to share my screen? Yeah. Oh, good. All right. So hi, everyone. Thanks for coming to IDP's Health and Nursing Seminar. So my name is Carlo Campilan. So I am the International Student Recruitment Coordinator for Southeast Asia. I'm based in Canberra. I'm also Filipino. But yes, I'm here to talk about achieving and starting your health career at UC, University of Canberra. I just want to show you a video of who UC is, just to start with, so you can have an idea of who we are as a university.
Canberra was designed to be distinctive. Like our home, we're progressive in thinking, innovative in action, and push potential. Potential. What a great word. The blank page, the untouched easel, the breath, before the big speech.
I think you really do need both the opportunity but also the ability to see and be able to imagine what you can be.
We could eat up a few minutes rattling off some impressive numbers, trying to quantify potential realised, but you probably won't remember them by the time this is over, and that's okay. We know what it's like in the real world. That's our sweet spot, and that's why we're driven for you to succeed in it. The real world knows that we produce market-ready professionals that make change across countless disciplines. That's why we're ACT's #1 university for graduate employment and starting salaries that might have something to do with workplace experience being at the core of our degrees. Or it could be our tight-knit group of educators, researchers, professionals and students bound by an ethos of progress, surrounded by the progressive. All we know is that being the university for Canberra, and not just the university from Canberra, makes us the University of Canberra.
So that's who UC is. So we are located in the capital city of Australia. It's not Sydney, it's not Melbourne, it's Canberra. So Canberra is a vibrant, progressive, and welcoming city. We are also ranked as one of the world's healthiest and most livable cities. Our campus is connected, safe, and inclusive, and we call our campus, the main campus is Bruce. We are home to a tight-knit community of staff and students. There are several reasons why you can choose Canberra as your study destination. And one of the few things would be like employment. So we actually have the lowest unemployment rate among all the cities in Australia. Second, we do have the highest average income throughout the nation as well. Third is social equity. 1 out of 4 Canberrans are from a multicultural background, and so we are a very diverse community. Fourth, being the capital city, you do have a lot of leadership engagement opportunities. It's an amazing city to have an easy lifestyle as well, so it's good for your well-being. We're part of the world's top 50 best student cities in terms of student support, and there is a lot of skill development and job growth in Canberra, considering it is ranked as a regional city, which is because of our low population, and with that comes regional post-study work benefits, like one of my colleagues mentioned. So if you study at Canberra, you are eligible for an extended post-study work visa on top of your normal duration of post-study work visa that you are eligible with. So just to give you an idea, this is just a snapshot of the average weekly income within Australia. The national average is 1,807 per week, whereas ACT, where Canberra is, sits at 2,019 per week, and followed by WA, NSW, and Victoria. So we have the highest average income among other states, and $100 to $200 difference makes a difference in terms of your daily expenses, such as your living costs and like your rent, food, and groceries. Just a few things about Canberra. We are the number 4 in the world for reducing inequalities. We have been ranked #1 in the past 2 years. So diversity and inclusion is at the core of our value. We're ranked as the 5th young university within Australia. So we are a university under 50 years, and we are ranked 34 around the world as a young university. We have very in-demand graduates with graduate employment rates sitting at 88 to 92%. We have a 5-star rating in terms of teaching quality and learner engagement. And we are #1 in ACT for graduate employment and starting salaries, and #1 in Australia for industry collaboration in research. And we do offer automatic generous scholarships at 10 to 25% depending on your grade, which I will discuss more in a bit. When you study at UC, we do offer guaranteed on-campus accommodation for all our international students, which I can answer in your questions later on. We have over 70 active academic and social clubs. We are at a walking distance campus. We are near the lake. We are near the bus stops to the city. Everything is 30 minutes around Canberra as well, pretty much like Adelaide. We do have an amazing student support services, and we do have a career development support offering both part-time and full-time jobs through UC Careers Hub. Health. So we are also known as the Australian Sports University. We are known for elite athletes, Olympians, and professional sporting teams. Our Faculty of Health has world-class facilities and research institutes. We have our on-campus hospital. We have the UC Research Institute for Sports and Exercise and UC Health Research Institute as well. We are ranked #1 in Australia and 5-star rating for full-time employment in pharmacy. We have a 5-star rating for employment as well in psychology, and a 5-star rating for starting salaries in nursing, psychology, and rehab. So we do have a lot of facilities that you can that are actually top notch in terms of your experience. So we do have our on-campus hospital, as I mentioned, which is considered as a specialist center for rehab, recovery, and research. And there's also research labs for optometry and radiation science. We have our UC Health clinics where actually our students gather their work experience, and that's through the Allied Health Community Hub and the Canberra Specialist Medical Center in partnership with the Cancer Treatment Center of the state. We also have sporting commons areas, which offers a range of sporting and athlete training facilities, and it's co-funded by Australian Institute of Sports and the ACT government. So it's home to ACT Brumbies, which is the rugby sports team of Canberra. And we do have the UC Research Institute of Sports and Exercise Science ranked above world standard as well. In terms of the courses, I'll run through quickly, but we essentially have 14 areas of specializations like exercise physiology, health sciences with majors in human movement and nutrition. We have medical radiation science, nursing. We have midwifery, pharmacy, occupational and physiotherapy. We have public health, vision science, psychology, and sports and exercise science. But the most popular ones would be the Bachelor of Nursing. In terms of the postgraduate, it's essentially the same. The only undergrad that we don't have at a postgraduate level is the Masters of Speech Pathology, as well as nursing, which is still upcoming in the next few years. But our Bachelor of Nursing are both delivered at the Bruce campus and our Sydney campus in partnership with ECA Global. In terms of what you can get out of your degree in health, so we do offer what we call work integrated learning. So you gain real life industry-based learning, and it's central to all our courses. So this makes sure that you are ready for work in terms of gaining hands-on learning experiences, as well as the right mix of knowledge and skills. So you can do clinical work placements, you can do professional networking experience as well in healthcare settings. And these are some of the facilities and institutions that you can get into. You can get into acute care units, regional and medical placement opportunities, neurological units, residential or aged care, pediatric and schools and community organizations, pharmacies, as well as government departments. So one of our programs that I would like to focus is just Bachelor of Nursing. Our fees are around 32,000 per year for 2023. Pretty much like the rest, we require an IELTS academic score of 7 in all bands, no less than that. And we do accept other English tests as well, like PTE and TOEFL and OET. We are partnered with Canberra Institute of Technology, which is our TAFE. So if you study Diploma of Nursing there, you can get directly into the Bachelor of Nursing, and you can get around 880 hours of placement in different areas of the hospital. This is fully accredited by NMBA and APRA, which means you can apply for registrations thereafter. And we have partners where they offer placements like Canberra Hospital, Calvary Public Hospital, and Goulburn Base Hospital. And we do accept credit applications. If you are already a nurse in the Philippines or you're graduated within the last 5 years, we can shorten the course from 3 to 2 years to 1.5 years, depending on how similar your course units are and how experienced you are as well.
My name is Suharto Jundong, but my nickname is Jao for short, and I'm taking nursing, Bachelor of Nursing, and I'm from the Philippines. I chose nursing because it's a simple fact that I just like to take care of people. I did my placement in Calvary and Canberra Hospital. It really molded me to become, the nurse that I would want to be after this uni. I was a secretary in University of Canberra Filipino Society, so I'm the one who lists things up, and plans with the president and the vice president. Canberra is a big country town, and that's what I love about it. It's like you can go anywhere. You can go to Mount Ainslie for like how many minutes, and then go to Sydney for 3 hours, and then beach again for 3 hours. So it's really great, and the people are so nice. I enjoy the winter, like watching horror movies and drinking hot chocolate or a cup of tea. So I think that's one of my favorite part of Canberra. And I'm from the Philippines. We're like a lot of people in the Philippines, and that's what I love about Canberra. It's like a small country town with less people, quieter place where you can study and focus about your studies. I got to meet new friends from different cultures, different background as well. And I met new friends that's from the Philippines as well and taking the same course as mine. For those Filipino fellows who wants to go here and try University of Canberra, it's not easy, it's a university, but it's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be a lot of sacrifices, but at the end of the day, it's gonna be worthwhile.
All good. So just to let you know as well, with UC, again, we do offer scholarships of to 25%. You don't have to apply separately. You just have to submit your academic transcripts and your completion certificate. So we do check your GPA. So it's academic achievement based. So we do accept direct students into our Bachelor of Nursing from the year 12 academic track as well. So you don't have to stress about taking any additional SATs because we check that depending on your grade. So if you have 70% in your undergrad, you can get the 10% discount. If you have 85%, you can get the 20%, which is high achievers. And then international course merit is the same category qualification in terms of grade requirement with the 10%, but that's because there's limited courses, as you can see on the screen. In terms of postgraduate courses, it's essentially kind of the same, 80% GPA for the 20% discount and 65% GPA requirement for both 10 and 25%. So Bachelor of Nursing, you could either be eligible for international merit or high achievers, same as the rest of the courses. The only health courses eligible for 25% would be the Bachelor of Health and Science and the Sports and Exercise Science as well. In terms of the application process, again, you just submit your application via IDP. We do issue your offer letters within a turnaround time of 48 hours or less, so we're quite efficient. We do offer provisional, conditional, or unconditional offers. So provisional and conditional just lacks requirement on your end, so that's just okay. But in terms of GT assessment, we don't ask for any financial assessment or statement of purpose because we are a streamlined university, so that's only required during so your statement of purpose only required during your visa application, and IDP can help you with that. In terms of your confirmation of enrollment, once you've accepted your offer, you can sign it, accept it via study link, and you can proceed with the payment. Once the payment has cleared, then it will be the issuance of your COE or confirmation of enrollment will be 48 hours or less. In terms of our intake periods, most of our health courses have 2 intakes, February and July. Our nursing usually have 2 intakes, that's Feb and July, but for 2024, currently we have confirmed February for the Bruce campus, and the Sydney campus, we're still waiting for the confirmation. But if you want to do the pathways, we do offer that as well, and it has an intake in February, June, and September in case you don't meet direct entry requirements. I think the next one is my last one. Yeah. So in case you have any questions, you can book a one-on-one consultation with me. We can chat more about your questions. Just scan the QR code, book now, and then you can actually set an appointment with me. Or you can also check the application process via the Apply Now QR code. Follow us on social media as well. UC or University of Canberra. There's UC Canberra International as well as UC College for more information. Yep. And I think that's it from my end. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Carlos. So yeah, dear students, please keep your questions coming. We are now down to our last presenter for today. So he is from TAFE, New South Wales. He is a student recruitment manager for Indonesia and Philippines. So let's welcome Mr. Imam Ruslan. I hope I pronounce it properly, sir.
Yeah, that's correct.
Thank
Pronunciation
you.
was great. Okay, thank you everyone. Thank you, Claude, for having me. And good afternoon, everyone in Philippines. Okay, so as mentioned before, I'm Imam Ruslan, student recruitment manager for Indonesia and Philippines. I'm going to talk about the TAFE New South Wales. So TAFE New South Wales, as the name of the TAFE itself, TAFE stands for Technical and Further Education. So that means in TAFE we are delivering practical experience more into technical side. So TAFE New South Wales stands apart as an educational organization by operating as the government's public provider of vocational education and training, or VET. And why study at TAFE New South Wales? Easy one. So the first one is the highly reputed program. So TAFE New South Wales has earned its stellar reputation as a leading institution in education and training sector, and we are the largest training provider in New South Wales. We have more than 130 years of experience with 430,000 students enrolled every year. In terms of location, we are very massive. We have 130 campuses with 30 campuses for international students. Even 30 campuses for international students is so much. And we do have we offer the campus or location in metro location as well as in regional location. So if you would like to study in more into a CBD, more into the city life, then you can choose metro location. And the second one is the affordability. We one of the standout advantage of studying in TAFE New South Wales is affordability it offers. TAFE New South Wales provides a wide range of courses at competitive prices. Because we would like to make quality of education accessible to a diverse range of students. So no matter your background, your financial circumstances, TAFE New South Wales ensures that cost is not a barrier of achieving your educational goals. In this case, as a nurse. And the third one is the practical experience at TAFE New South Wales. Practical experience is the core of the learning experience. The institution emphasizes hands-on training, ensuring the students gain real-world skills that are directly applicable to your chosen industries. And through practical experience, you will have the opportunity to develop the expertise and confidence necessary to succeed in your future career. So, and the next one is the industry recognized qualification. Like studying at TAFE New South Wales means earning qualification that holds significant weight in the industry. TAFE New South Wales collaborates closely with employers and industry partners to ensure that its courses are aligned with current industry standards and requirements. So don't worry about the recognition. And we also offers a range articulation and pathways program. This program allows you to progress from TAFE New South Wales qualification to universities or other higher education providers. In this case, for the diploma of nursing, we are partnering with 3 universities for the bachelor's degree. So if you would like to have to be a registered nurse, you can progress. You can package our diploma of nursing with the university. And also, one of the advantages of studying at TAFE New South Wales is the intimate learning environment it offers with small class sizes. You will benefit from personalized attention and close interaction with your instructor. And then the second to the last is integration. TAFE New South Wales places great emphasis on integrating theory with practice. So that's why we are more into practical experience. And in terms of simulation, simulated training facilities, by utilizing these simulated training facilities, you will be prepared for to transition seamlessly into the workplace, as you would already gain experience in settings that closely resemble your future professional environment. So that's why that's the reasons why you should study at New South Wales. All right, so we only have a diploma of nursing at the moment, and our diploma of nursing is accredited by the NMAC, which means that graduates or you guys are eligible to apply for registration as enrolled nurse. The diploma of nursing at TAFE New South Wales offers 2 package options for students. The first option is the 2-year diploma package. So you will have a certificate in health service assistant in the first semester, and followed by a diploma of nursing for 1.5 years. Apart from that, the second option is a pathway to a bachelor's degree in nursing, which allows students to further their education and career prospect. And this is the detail of our diploma of nursing. Our diploma of nursing, the duration of it is 1.5 years. With the tuition fee is 26,540. So that means it's like more or less 8,000-ish per semester. So that 26,000 is for 1.5 years. And that are the entry requirements. It's the same, and the key learnings is anatomy and physiology, infection control, and medication administration. You will equip with all the skills and the theory that you need to be enrolled nurse. And the work placement, we offer work placement for 400 hours of placement, and the career outcome is the enrolled nurse. So the difference between enrolled nurse and the registered nurse, the main difference is the scope of practice. the enrollments complete a diploma of nursing, which is a 2-year course, while the registered nurse complete a bachelor of nursing, which is a 3-year course. So if you would like to study, would like to be a registered nurse, you can continue study for 2 years more in our partner universities. And yep, and this is the video for you. Just FYI, a shortage of enrolled nurses in New South Wales has been identified by NAMO, which has been working with New South Wales for more than 5 years to increase these numbers. So if you'd like to taste a nursing related program, you can choose Diploma of Nursing. And once you would like to be a registered nurse, you can go for the bachelor's degree.
At TAFE New South
Please.
Wales, our goal is to change lives, and our passionate teachers will help you do that by helping you upskill, multi-skill, and discover emerging skills. So what's it like to study at TAFE New South Wales? Let's hear from some of our students about their learning experiences.
I think that TAFE New South Wales is really good investment because first of all, you're gonna grow your academic background. Secondly, you're gonna get great experience with your classmates and facility that you will find in TAFE. And you're gonna get ready for the job that you want.
So apply now to study nursing with one of Australia's leading providers of lifelong learning and change your life today.
All right, thank you.
So I think that's it. Thank you so much, Imam. So I guess we're done with our 5 presenters today, but I would like to thank you, Michaela, Harris, Desmond, Carlo, and Imam for that very educational or fruitful presentation. So for now, I'll give you time to breathe because we are anticipating a lot of questions. So while you're doing that, I will be calling my colleague to present to you who is IDP and other opportunities that they wanted to know for their study abroad plan. Lois?
Thank you so much, Claude. So hi, everybody. Good afternoon again. My name is Luisa, and I'm one of the education counselor here in IDP, focusing Australia and New Zealand destination. So in this moment, let's get to know who is IDP and the services we offer to aspiring international students like you. All right, so IDP is a pioneer in providing the needs of the modern students for a study abroad journey. And aside from being a global leader in international education, we are also a proud co-owner of IELTS. IDP also represents more than 600 schools across all education levels worldwide. We also have 100 international education placement centers in 36 countries. IDP offers free study abroad services such as counseling session, school application assistance, visa application assistance, up to pre-departure support to help you with your preparation and expectation before you arrive to your country destination. Moreover, IDP is also a one-stop shop for students. We also have student essential services, and we offer OSHC, your student health insurance cover, accommodation, international payment gateway, and student banking. We will be supporting your dreams through expert counseling services, international study seminars. And speaking of events, we will be having our Australia and New Zealand Destination Education Fair on August 12, which will be held at Cebu Ayala Center, Cebu City, and in August 13 at Dusitani Makati, Ayala Center, Makati City. So registration is free. The event will start at 12 noon up until 5 p.m. In the next slide, kindly scan your QR codes for the registration link. This is for Cebu, and this is for Manila, and next slide for Cebu. All right. IDP also offers a free access to our study abroad tools. So what are our tools? We have the cost of living calculator. This will help you estimate as to how much you will need to cover all your expenses as an international student. So you may scan a QR code and check for your estimation for your expenses, and you may also take a look at that on our website page. Aside from this one, we also have our IDP Live app. So the function of this app is to help you check the school and program options. The program-specific information is indicated in the app. You may check the campus location, estimated amount for annual tuition fee, for start date, availability of the scholarship, and internship. Please note that you can also upload your documents for school application in the app, and you can check your school application status in the IDP Live app. So in the app, you may explore our fast lane process that will make your school application process turnaround time faster. Instead of waiting for 2 to 6 weeks before you receive your offer letter, with Fastlane, you'll get to receive an offer in principle in just minutes. So take note that offer in principle is not yet your offer letter from the school. However, this is a letter from IDP that you are most highly and most likely to be given an offer from the university that you are applying with. So with this also, you will be able to get your offer letter in just 2 to 5 days. Let me give you a short review on how you use the Fastlane in IDP Live app. So of course, when you download the app, you enter your information, your course preference, and then you may also upload your documents in the IDP Live app as mentioned earlier, and then you will receive an email from IDP that you had been given an offer in principle from us here, and that you are qualified to the course that you are applying to. So right after you receive your offer letter, the next step would be, the offer in principle, the next step would be waiting for a call from us here in IDP. We will help you to book for an appointment to a specific counselor, and the counselor will run you through to the whole process of being an international student. So you may contact us also in our social media pages. It's going to be in Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and website page. So we also have our student services coordinator here in our webinar. You may be able to reach out to them, send them a direct message so they can also help you and book you for an appointment to one of our education counselors, which is nearest in your area. Our offices is also happy to see you walk in and personally meet your education counselor. So our offices is located in IDP Pasig, which is in Marco Polo Ortigas Sapphire Road, Marco Polo Ortigas Business Center. IDP Makati is also located at 21 floor, Tower 2, the Enterprise Center, corner Paseo de Rojas and Ayala Avenue, Makati City. We also have IDP Cebu at ground floor, Keppel Center, Cardinal Rosales Avenue, Cebu Business Park, Cebu City. We also have our IDP Iloilo office. We are located at Unit 343, third floor, Festive Walk, Mall Mega World Boulevard, Mandurriao, Iloilo City, 5,000 Philippines. We're also located in IDP Davao, fourth floor, Topaz Tower Center, Demosa IT Park, JP Laurel Avenue, Lanang, Davao City. And of course, we also have our IDP Baguio, the Work Hub Co-working Space, fourth floor, CY8, Centrum Building, Military Cut-Off Road. And we also have our IDP Batangas office at Luz Plaza Building, General Luna Street, Lipa, Batangas. IDP is also a proud co-owner of IELTS, as I mentioned earlier. So let us take a look at what is IELTS and how we will be able to help you book your appointment with us. So you may take your examination with IDP for your IELTS. IELTS means International English Language Testing System. This is designed to help you work, study, or migrate to a country where English is a native language. So most of the countries would be Australia, Canada, New Zealand, UK, and USA. Also, let's get to know why you need to take your IELTS. So if you're looking to work, live, or study in an English-speaking country, then you must be able to demonstrate a high level of English language ability. English is the third most spoken language in the world with 379 speakers worldwide. Being able to communicate in the native language of the country you wish to work or study in has a wide range of benefits. It is also essential for job opportunities as well as integration into the community. IELTS is the most popular test for those looking to migrate to Australia, Canada, New Zealand, and UK. It is also globally recognized by more than 11,000 employers, universities, schools, and immigration bodies, including 3,400 institutions in the USA. Your IELTS validation would take you 2 years to expire. So you may take your IELTS through computer-based or paper-based. So when you take your IELTS through computer-based, the turnaround time for your result would be 3 to 5 days. However, on the paper-based, it's 13 days, 7 weeks, 7 days in a week frequency, and then 46 days a year for paper-based. Also, we have 12 location labs for computer-based and 30 key locations where you can get your paper-based tests. All right. So with this, you are lucky as being one of the attendee of this event. You will receive a 500 worth of SM gift certificate when you book and pay your IELTS in the month of August. So this is the mechanics. After attending the webinar, secure an IELTS test slot with IDP for August 2023. Book your slot for August using this QR code that you can see on the screen. Also, once you have completed the booking process, proceed to the payment. And kindly send us a screenshot of your booking and this slide to grial.rialupit@idp.com for verification purposes. You will then receive your 500 pesos worth of Food Panda voucher 2 weeks after confirmation of your 2 weeks after your confirmation email. So this promo exclusively runs up until August 31, 2023 only. And this promo cannot be used in connection with other promotions and vice versa. So that will be it from my part, everyone. Again, thank you so much for joining us today. For IELTS inquiries, we also have Joyce here who will also be helping you out if you have questions. Next, you are now encouraged to ask questions. You may raise your hand, unmute yourselves, or send us a direct message. We are more than happy to assist you with your study abroad inquiries. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lois. And now we're on this very exciting part, the Q&A portion. So I have already 2 questions here. So anyone in the representatives can answer this question, but if none would take initiative to do so, then I'll be calling names. So first question, what is the duration of nursing courses in Australia? Anyone? Or maybe I'll call Mikala. Is she still here from Western Sydney University?
Hi, yes, I'm still here.
Hi, Mikala.
Hello.
Yes.
Yes po, to answer that question, so for the Bachelor's of Nursing, it's going to take you about 3 years to complete that.
Yeah. 3 years for the Bachelor of Nursing.
Yes po.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mikala. I hope that so for the next question, the demand for aged care has gone up recently and is supported by the Australia government. Are you also seeing this as a trend, and do you think it would have an impact on health and nursing programs? Harris, can you take this question?
Yep. So could you please repeat the detailed questions again?
Yeah, the question is because of the demand for aged care, it gone up recently and supported by the Australian government. So are you also seeing a trend, and do you think it would have an impact on health and nursing programs?
Oh yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, we have seen that population in Australia is getting old these days. They really care about diabetes, and such thing. So it involves a lot of factors, not only nursing, but also it also involves the public health students. So I mean, without that case, I mean the demand for nurse graduate is already strong. So we can see from the list, the skill occupancy list released by the state every year in each region, we always see, I think nursing is always in the top three. So I think without that factor itself, the demand for nursing graduate is already strong. But then again, I think post-pandemic, everyone are getting more aware with their health. So I think in the futures, the demand for nursing and others health medical science programs will remain strong for the next 5-10 years.
Thank you, Harris. And just a follow-up question though, will your school be joining the fair on August 12 and 13?
Great Creations Cloud, unfortunately, not this time, not in August, but I'll be back soon for next year.
Okay,
But
thank you,
if
Harris,
you,
for
if you
that.
have any questions, you can always help me answering those questions to the students. So feel free to let us know if there's any students.
Yeah, sure. You're just an email
Information.
away. But this will not go to Harris only. I'll be asking the other four representatives who are present now. How about Imam? Or is your school joining our fair this coming August 12 and 13?
Well, same with Harris. Not at this time. Yeah, could be in the next one. Because we're still working on the plan for, especially for Philippines. But IDP is always supporting us, and we would like to support IDP in any ways. But unfortunately, not for others.
Understood. But we will be looking forward for our next upcoming events. Carlo.
Unlike the other two, yes, I am joining.
Yahoo! See you, see you.
I will be joining, yeah, actually both Manila and Cebu. So students can ask me personally about UC or anything that we offer. I'm happy to chat with anyone.
Thank you. How about Desmond?
Hi, Claude. Look, AC will be there, so there will definitely be a table there. I
Great.
won't be there myself. Unfortunately, would love to be there in person, but look, a lovely IDP staff will be there to help. But ACU definitely will be there.
Yeah, see you, see you. And Mikala? This is Western Sydney University joining us for the fair.
Hello, I'm actually not sure about it. I haven't asked Miss Pauline about it as well.
Yeah,
But I
no
think they are
worries.
going to.
I think as well. Thank you, Revs. So there is a question here for Imam for TAFE New South Wales. Somebody is asking for the intakes for from in school, and also how much would be the cost if they will package the program.
With for the 2 years diploma, is it?
I
Or
think,
with the
but
bachelor?
yeah, but as far as I remember, you've mentioned that you have a partnership with other institution, right? For if they will progress to a bachelor's degree.
All right. Okay. So the first question about the intake, we have so many intakes at the moment because we are opening again the intakes. At the moment, we have a mid-year intake, which is April and September or October. So for 2023, we do still have intake for September and October. But normally, our intake is for which is February, April, July, and September or October. So those are the intakes. So you still have a chance to apply to our program for September and October intake. And just a suggestion, so if you would like to do a package with our partner university, you can choose a September intake. Okay. And for the package program, so our diploma is 24,000-ish. And after that, if you do the package with the university, so the tuition fee will be the same as in the university. So for example, we have ACU here. We are partnering with ACU for the bachelor's degree. For the second year in the university, for the 2 years in the university, that follows will follow the same tuition fee as in the university, which is I believe it's $31,000. Is that correct, Desmond?
Sorry, what was that, Mom? Sorry, I missed that bit. Sorry.
Your tuition fee per year, is it?
Yes.
31,000?
31, yes. So for
Yeah.
that's 2024, just
Yeah.
over 31,000 per year. Yes.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that's the answer, I believe.
All right, thank you for that, Imam and Desmond. Okay, so we are still encouraging our dear students to throw in your question since we still have time. Other questions, please. So we're just waiting for you can raise your hand here. Or you can type in your questions in our chat box if you're not comfortable speaking. Okay, I think they've understood very well the presentation. There's no questions of this moment. Okay, there's another one question here. Is there a course in the said universities related to medical technologies course here in the Philippines? Is there a course in the said universities? Okay, so medical technologies here in the Philippines. What do you think is a more relevant program? I don't think it's called medical technologies in Australia, but do you have an offering somehow related to this field? Anyone from the list of your programs offered?
I can say something about that if you
Okay, go ahead, Carlo.
the others. Well, medical it depends on the university actually, but in terms of the course outline, it might be closely related to biomedical science. But like in the case of UC, our biomedical science is under the science and tech faculty, so that's why it's not presented today, because it is very science focused as well. You have the flexibility to choose additional health units if you want to go the health focused route, but in terms of medical technology or laboratory medicine, it will be closely related to biomedical science. Yeah.
I see. Thanks, Carlo. Any other universities that has a relevant program to medical technologies?
I think for myself, Cloud, I think it will be similar with what Carlo have mentioned. We don't have a program specifically called the medical technology, but I think the closest one will be related to biomedical science. Where they're gonna study about immunology, microbiology, and such thing. And if they would like to learn more, combining that with public health, they might want to consider health and medical science as well, where they have majors in science and also clinical trials.
Okay, thanks for that clarification, Harris. So yeah, any more questions while they're still here to answer directly? Okay, I guess none for now. So I would like to thank again our dear representatives who are joining us today for this webinar. Surely all the presentations. Oh, I need to cut myself because someone is
Sorry po.
raising her hand.
I actually
Yes.
sent a direct message, but I'll just ask
Sorry for
question
that.
na lang. No worries. I am a
Yeah, sure,
BS
Anne.
psychology. I am a BS psychology graduate, and would there be any possibility for me to take a continuing education on social work or like an allied health program? I would really love to hear an answer from University of Canberra and TAFE if they have anything related that they can offer. Like those are actually my top schools. Like those are what I'm looking into, but maybe you can give more context or more insights about if it's the right path or whatnot. Thank you.
Thank you, Anne. Carla, and then followed by Imam.
Thanks for that question. What was your name again?
Anne.
Sorry, Anne. Thank you, Anne, for that question. I actually graduated psychology from the Philippines myself, and I am a qualified social worker myself as well. So if you'll ask me directly about the pathway, with UC, our Masters of Social Work is not going to be delivered by the next year. It's probably going to be delivered um, on campus by 2025 because of registration reasons. But we do have our Masters of Counseling and Masters of Clinical Psychology within the Faculty of Health. And if you're considering to stay longer within Australia in terms of skilled migration pathways, that has a very clear pathway as well. The only thing is they are more competitive in terms of entry. So you would probably have to do an interview, do some 2 references, and do an assessment with Australian Psychology Society in terms of your eligibility to enter into the course. But with social work, if you do apply for Masters of Social Work, you can do the graduate entry for 2 years, but they will just check your social science subjects and some of your human services or subjects, basically amounting to 1 year equivalent. But at the moment, we don't offer that route, but I would strongly recommend Masters of Counseling as well as Masters of Clinical Psych if that is your area of interest. Otherwise, I'm happy to chat if there's something else I can offer.
Yes, already booked the one for August. Thanks, though. Thanks for answering. Appreciate it.
No worries. Thank you, Jen.
Now we'll go to TAFE New South Wales. I think this will be the last question for today. Imam, I think he is also addressing her question to you. I think you're on mute.
What was the question again? I wasn't paying attention. Michael is calling me, keep calling me. Sorry.
Yeah,
Hello,
no
Anne.
worries. Yeah, I am a psychology graduate here in the Philippines. So I was wondering whether there's a possibility for me to take a continuing education in social work. So or is there any related pathway that TAFE offers for graduates like me?
All right. So yeah, we do have a community service, a diploma, but that means if you're graduated from bachelor, that would be downgrading your degree. I don't know if that something that you seek, but in terms of social work, we are working with others university as well, but we're only offering diploma.
Okay, thank you.
Yep, thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you once again, everyone. I think that's the last question for today. So I'm so happy to see all these faces and for finishing this session very well. Thank you. Thank you so much, our dear representatives from Western Sydney University, Mikala, the University of Adelaide Harris, Imam from TAFE New South Wales,
Thank you.
Carlo from the University of Canberra, and Desmond from the Australian Catholic University. So for those who will be attending our fair, see you very soon in Cebu and Manila. So right now, our representatives can leave this session, but I encourage your students to stay for you to book your appointment with a counselor. It is very critical that you will book in advance for a counselor as majority of the intakes are nearing. And if you want your applications to be prioritized, better book your appointment right now with a counselor. Okay? So thanks so much once again, reps. You can leave the session now. Have a great day and a great weekend. Students, please stay so you can book your appointment with us.
Thanks, Cloud. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank
Claude.
you,
Thank you, Claude. Thank you,
everyone.
IDP, and
Thank
thank you,
you.
everyone.
Everyone.
Thank you.
Have a good night.